Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Tennessee Real Estate Games Podcast. I'm your host, Danny McLaughlin. This podcast, we're going to rip back the curtain on the wild, the rewarding, and the sometimes ridiculous world of buying and selling homes in Tennessee. Every week, my episodes will dive into the real-life realtors, the highs, the heartbreaks, and the hilarious. We will tell you about what to avoid and the lessons we learned the hard way. In these episodes, we will pepper in some tips, tricks, and really cool strategies to help you level up your business. I really want to help encourage new real estate agents, and heck, maybe even some that are burned out. If you're ready, then buckle up. This is the Tennessee Real Estate Game. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Tennessee Real Estate Game. I'm your host, Danny McLaughlin, and your Patriot Realtor. And today we're going to talk about what it's like living life in my hometown of Franklin, Tennessee. Now listen, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. Franklin's a beautiful town with charm and history that'll steal your heart for sure. But it also has traffic that'll test your patience to no end. So we're going to dive into the good, the bad, the coffee shops, the schools, the job market, and yes, even property taxes. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what life looks like here and whether Franklin is the right fit for you. Let's start with the character of this place. Franklin is one of those towns where you can imagine it on a TV show or a picture on a Hallmark card. If you stand in the middle of downtown and look around, you can actually feel the history. It's like a time travel back in time. You will get a warm and fuzzy feeling of good old American downtown Southern charm at its finest. You've got landmarks like the Lots House and the Carter House from the Civil War, and just down the road, you'll find the factory at Franklin, an old stove factory that's been transformed into shops, restaurants, art studios, and even music venues. That's Franklin in a nutshell. Old bones, new life. And don't forget about Pinkerton Park. Families love it. It's got 34 acres with walking trails, a playground, picnic areas, and even a storybook trail for kids. It's just minutes from downtown, so you can grab a coffee and head on over there for some fresh air. Now let's talk about food and coffee, two essentials for surviving life, and two of my most favorite things to talk about. To my coffee lovers, you're going to love Franklin. It definitely won't disappoint. We have so many great local family-owned coffee shops, you'll never have to go back to that burnt coffee at the national chain coffee shops anymore. The Coffee House at 2nd and Bridge is a cozy downtown staple. Honest Coffee Roasters over at the factory is where the locals hang out. You'll see laptops, business meetings, and a line out the door on Saturdays. McGavick's Coffee Bar inside the Harpeth Hotel is great if you're looking for a little more upscale vibe. And if you just want something simple, the Good Cup on Hillsborough Road has been a community favorite for years. On the food side, Franklin punches way above its weight. Gray's on Main is a must, housed in a 19th century pharmacy. They've got live music and southern dishes that feel like home. Cork and Cow is your go-to for a great steak. If brunch is your thing, Biscuit Love serves up killer biscuits that will get you addicted to the South. And for good old Southern comfort, Bishop's Meat and 3 is where you get a plate piled high with fried chicken, mac and cheese, and collard greens. Shopping. Downtown Franklin is boutique heaven. Places like White's Mercantile feel like stepping into a curated general store, and the factory has artisan shops that are perfect for gifts, home decor, and those little things that make your house feel like a Tennessee Southern home. Traffic. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room for sure. Holy cow. If you've ever driven Franklin at 7:30 in the morning, you already know. I-65 turns into a parking lot heading toward Nashville. and US 31 Columbia Avenue, forget about it. And because of that, Matt Catcher can back up for miles. What looks like a 10-minute drive on the map can turn into a 30-plus minutes on a weekday morning. And the evening rush, just as bad. From 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., you're in the trenches again, especially if you're coming back from Nashville or trying to cut through Cool Springs. Add the numerous construction projects into the mix, and patient becomes a survival skill. Now, to be fair, the city is investing heavily in road expansions and better signal timing, but growth is outpacing infrastructure. My advice, if you work remote, you're golden. If you commute, try flexible hours or find a home closer to your workplace. All right, parents, let's talk about schools. Franklin has two systems. First is the Franklin Special School District, which covers K through 8. Then for high school, most students move into Williamson County schools. And let me tell you, Williamson County schools are consistently ranked among the best in the state. Strong academics, sports programs, leadership, and service opportunities, they've got it. The trade-off? Growth brings crowding. Rezoning happens, and it can be confusing for parents trying to figure out which school their child will attend. So before you buy a home, double check the zoning. On the tax side, Franklin actually has one of the lowest municipal property tax rates in Tennessee, about 32 cents per $100 of assessed value. That sounds amazing, right? But keep in mind, when your home values are high, and they are here for sure, your total bill still adds up. Plus county and school taxes factor in. The bottom line, low rates and high home values still equals a higher tax bill. Real estate market. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. The real estate market is what everybody wants to know about. As of this year, the median sales price in Franklin is around $775,000. That's down about 10% year over year. Homes are sitting on the market for about 52 days. Zillow puts the average home value closer to about $900,000, while Realtor.com lists the median price over $1 million. So the data's a little all over the place, but the story is the same. Franklin isn't cheap by any means. Let's talk about hot neighborhoods. West Haven and Berry Farms are master plan communities with their own grocery stores and a golf course in West Haven, not Berry Farms, and endless amenities. Sullivan Farms is another popular spot with family-friendly vibes, and all-around downtown historic homes hold their values incredibly well. Yes, the market is cooling compared to a few years ago, but demand is still strong because of the schools, the charm, and the proximity to Nashville. If you're buying, you'll need to be competitive. If you're selling, you may not get multiple offers on day one anymore, but your property still has strong value. Job market. All right, let's talk about work. Franklin is more than just a bedroom community for Nashville. We've got over 38,000 jobs listed locally. Healthcare, retail, construction, and professional services to top the list. Healthcare especially is big here, with Williamson Health and other clinics providing steady employment. The pay scale varies. Service jobs start around $18 an hour, while specialized roles can push up to $55 an hour and beyond. Construction is booming with all the new neighborhoods, so tradesmen and builders are in high demand. The advantage of Franklin is you can live here and still have quick access to Nashville's job market. The downside is if you do commute into Nashville every day, you're going to deal with the traffic that we just talked about. All right, the good versus the bad. So what's the verdict? Let's break it down. The good. Historic charm and small town feel, top tier schools, good food and coffee culture, plenty of jobs and close to Nashville, low property tax rate. The bad. Traffic congestion, mornings and nights, and I'll even throw in the weekends because the weekends are bad too. High home prices and rising cost of living, rezoning and overcrowding in schools, infrastructure trying to catch up to growth. Franklin is a wonderful place to live. Just trust me, but you have to weigh the trade-offs. You're not just buying a home here. You're buying into a lifestyle of charm and convenience with a side of traffic and higher cost. All right, folks, that's the real scoop of living here in Franklin, Tennessee. It's not perfect, but it sure is special. If you're considering making the move, I'd love to help you navigate the neighborhoods, the school zones, and the market. I've lived it, I've worked it, and I can guide you through it. This is another episode of the Tennessee Real Estate Game. I'm Danny McLaughlin, your Patriot Realtor. Until next time, God bless and live boldly.